Happy New Year, everyone. Let's take a look at December 2022 and a recap of what happened in 2022 in the Ottawa real estate market. So what's happened in December? We've had 601 sales. We've got 2,200 active listings. We're sitting with almost 4 months of standing inventory, and the average sale price is $606. So what's noteworthy there? Well, we continue to see average months of inventory kind of going up. Seasonal adjustments in the number of sales, and average price kind of stable. If anything, a little bit of a reduction, but we've seen sixes, kind of mid sixes and low sixes for the last 6 months. So I think probably that number is not super significant or an indication that we're going to have dramatically more reductions in average sale price. Things are just probably a function of what sells in December. Moving on to our next slide. What we do have is a 30% reduction in December sales over a year ago. Now keep in mind, last December was very heated. It was the start of that really crazy Q1 2022 rush we had. So, that is not an abnormal thing to see. Active listings, this is really the meat and potatoes of what's happening in the market. We have returned to a balanced market with 4 months of standing inventory relative to less than 1 month a year ago. So now we've got supply and demand kind of in balance, and that means that the power between buyers and sellers is now, again, more balanced and probably easier for all of us that are involved. Moving on, we've got a price comparison chart here, and I do want to warn you that the next couple of months are going to show an even more dramatic reduction in residential sale prices, because again, Q1 of 2022 was when we really saw that inflation in prices, and now we're back into a more balanced market. So if we look at December over December, we've got a 7.3% reduction in average sale price. On the residential side, on the condo side, we've actually seen prices go up. I would speculate that's probably an affordability issue. So in other words, people have been pushed out of the residential market with the interest rates and the average sale price, and so they might, make their way over to the condominium market. So a bright little ray of sunshine in all of this is the condo market is doing quite nicely in terms of average sale price. Moving on. What we've got here is a year-to-date perspective. So what does 2022 look like versus 2021 on aggregate or on average? So residential prices are up for the year, but again, we know that this number is really inflated as a result of Q1, and it's going to come down. It has come down. So we are, year over year, we're showing a 7% increase in residential prices, and year over year, we're showing an 8.1% increase in condo prices. Now again, this is kind of a gestalt that is overrepresented by Q1. Very interesting, 1,500 sales, 15,288 sales in the year 2022, a 25% reduction from the volume that we saw in 2021. We're certainly into more of a balanced market, and we'll see where things go. I guess what we could say is a few things. One, we're going to see some of these stark statistics come out because we're kind of in a balanced pricing and balanced inventory market relative to what we saw in Q1. So we're really going to start reporting on statistics that are, ill-aligned with what's happening now. Interest rates are starting to stabilize. We've seen a couple of reductions in the 5-year fixed rate, so that's good news. I think we've kind of created some stability. I'm assuming consumers are going to get used to this very reasonable interest rate market we're in. It's just not relatively reasonable relative to what we've seen in the last couple of years. So I'm expecting that we're going to have a nice solid year. It's going to be more moderate. It's going to be, more stable. And, the Fed say there might be a couple more interest rate increases. So that's going to affect the variable rates. Be interesting to see what 2023 brings, but I expect that we're starting to get used to a balanced market, and we'll go back to doing business as usual. Let's see what January brings.